Hang in there. Let's just have a little fun for a Saturday afternoon. If you guys want to call in, it's 888-304-4401. Again, I have no idea what we're talking about, so we're full of focus.
Mike's going live. Mike's going live.
The music you want to hear is here. Genesis Radio, your music.
Hey y'all, what's going on? We back. We're gonna jump back into this fun topic we have, and look who showed up, y'all. Diana showed up. She's in the building with us, you know. So she gonna jump in here and lend her advice to all you ladies, because we had a question that somebody talked about you know, it ain't love if you're an afterthought. So maybe you can elaborate on that a little bit.
There was a question like that came in?
Yeah. If it ain't love, it's an afterthought. It's not love if you're an afterthought. You know what I mean? So that's pretty deep.
If you're an afterthought.
AKA scrap iron.
Scrap iron.
Oh, scrap iron.
That's right.
No, it ain't love.
Listen.
9 times out of 10, it ain't love anyway. It's just, it's something, unfortunately, when people come together, to me, it's testing it out. It's more like a science project. You're trying to figure out if this works or if that works. And when it's love, it happens usually unexpectedly. So if you're an afterthought, it's definitely not love. You just hit it type thing.
What about AKA how I get rid of that tattoo?
His question was, how does he get rid of
I'm about to fall out the chair on that one.
How do we get rid of a tattoo?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
It's an afterthought and you got that big tattoo.
Because you don't when you got that name
that says
you don't need to
Brutus.
have.
I used to have my ex-husband's initials on me, and I was with him for 15 years. So what I did was, and this is advice for everybody, what I did, I just got it done over.
But you heard what the key word you said?
What?
You used to. You used to have this.
Well,
tattoo.
if people still have the tattoo of their exes, then they need to stop spending money on the dumb shit and spend money on the stuff that counts, like covering up that tattoo. Bottom line.
There you go.
Well, the topic is the afterthought. So you got that tattoo. It's an afterthought now, or? I don't understand.
Look,
Yes, it's an afterthought. It's just a mistake with ink on it.
that's right. Wow. How about that?
It's very simple. It's a mistake with ink on your body. It's an afterthought.
Yeah, well, you know.
It wasn't that thought when you put the tattoo.
Oh, no,
there.
well, you was love struck and couldn't think
Right,
straight. You know,
right.
love struck, couldn't think straight. I'm going to put her name on my arm and whatnot, you know, but...
Or you just got to date cheating Dennis for the rest of your life.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Unless
that's right.
He dates the same person.
She
That's right.
cheated. I'm gonna put a
Same
tiger
name.
over it, a
Yeah.
panther over it.
It's not advisable. For all of you people that are watching, it's not advisable to get a tattoo of anybody that you're seeing at all. If you want to make it symbolic, do something that matches, but not anybody's name. I just don't recommend it, honestly.
Or every woman you date has to be named Maria.
Yeah.
Either one. Either one. I
Look,
mean...
I ain't doing it. You know what I mean?
I'm not doing it either.
I ain't doing it.
I'm just not going to do it. Like when I do get married again, I might do something symbolic on my finger.
Yeah. Tattoo the ring on or something
It's
like
something,
that.
but
you
I'm
know?
not going to put anybody's name on my body because, quite frankly, this is my body.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I might share it with him, but it's still my body.
Well, you know what we want to talk about too?
What?
And you can elaborate on it. We was talking about the difference in women from different parts of the city, the Bronx. You know, like we said, the uptown
There is
girl
a difference.
was you know was much better than the downtown girl.
For 20 years, right?
Well, TP said the Brooklyn chicks you should dress like the Brooklyn dudes.
About a New York woman, especially if it's a New York woman of color. Right. And you know, that's unbeatable.
Right.
Unbeatable. I had a conversation with a dude who said, oh, you know, I married an Asian chick or I married a white chick from New York because, you know, women don't listen. You know, women of color here in New York don't listen. And I found that to be very funny because, as you know, we've had many discussions about this, right? It's like, that's not even that's not even what it really is. What it is for New York women, when you come to us, you got to have some substance. You just can't come to us with just anything and think that it's just going to be like, okay, this is what he said, I'm going to take it.
Baggage and no gig.
Right,
Yeah.
right. I mean, come on. Like, unless you're a woman of substance and has some sense to her, she'll know instantly if the bullshit is coming or not. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's New York women.
Come on, what we doing tonight? You know what I mean? We have some ice cream and cake, you know, because the difference is, see, most jokers is begging. See,
Yeah.
dudes like me, I ain't begging. I'm
It's
buying.
like-
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's a whole different thing.
It's
Cause
like
you know,
playing chess.
Yeah,
Right.
you know,
It's like
There you
playing-
go.
It's the battle. It's
but,
like,
There you
but,
go.
but you know what?
I'd rather-
But you got too many jokers playing checkers. That's
And
And I'm tired of that.
I'd rather
Yeah.
compete or to try to win her over heart wise. You know what I mean? To just sit and just talk trash and
I
trying
ain't
to rap.
begging, man.
I like
ain't
the
got no
battle.
I ain't begging.
I like the battle when she trying to play hard, or I got to figure out what turns her
Angle,
on.
right.
You know what turns her on, or what make her happy. You know,
Yeah,
through the
you know-
battle. So it's like I like the
Believe it.
challenge.
Well, you know, once you find out what's behind that smile, that's the challenge. I want to know what's going on behind the smile.
Right.
You know,
Right.
and
a lot
I
of
got
times,
I got to pick that lock to get that.
Yeah, but see, sometimes you might get it too easy, and then you're like, because if it was easy for me,
I didn't have to work for it.
right, it might be easy.
or
for
you might have just been lucky that day.
Right.
Because there's times
Blink, blink, bang, bang.
there might be some days where people think that I am completely shut off from the world and I'm unapproachable. And there may be times where I'm actually feeling some kind of way and I feel like reaching out to people
Right.
and you know, and say hello and be a little more warm. For the most part, women in New York have to have this kind of
The shield.
wall,
The
shield
shield.
against us
The
because there's a
shield.
lot of bullshit that comes to us on a daily basis. So
You
it's
know.
like at some point you just got to look at a dude, and the ones that are the most genuine are the ones that win. The ones that just come up and say, "Hey, how are you doing? Hi."
Then again, the ones that's genuine always get their heart broke too.
But
Because you know why? They open up.
baby,
That's why you always got to play on defense. Because to me, I feel when you open up to a woman, you about to get.
I don't agree with that. I don't agree with
I
that.
mean-
It depends on who your audience is, baby. Like if you're choosing that woman, and the red flags are there, you just got to choose to listen to them
If a guy
and watch
crying,
them.
if a guy crying in front of you over a situation, he crying in front of you. You gonna look at him like he's soft,
Nah.
because he's emotional.
But it all depends on what the
It
situation
depends on
is.
what the
Yeah,
situation
right.
is.
True-
Exact-
true-
now, if your
true
mother
story.
died,
True story.
I'm gonna sit there and
Nah, it
cry
could
with
be-
you.
it's a true story. It could be over something. He could cry over something silly, and you look at this guy's soft.
Now you know
No,
what?
it's-
To your point, I have to admit, T, like you know how I am. If somebody comes across too soft, because I'm already an alpha female, right? I'm an alpha female.
Right,
I'm
right.
soft alpha female, right? But
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
if a man comes across as if he cannot lead, that has nothing to do with crying. A man should be able
to hold his own.
to cry, to feel emotional,
Absolutely.
to go through things. And a
But-
woman that he's with
Question.
should support him. However,
Absolutely.
Right.
there's a huge however.
Right.
If you come across as a soft dude all the time, you'll never make it with a woman from New York.
True.
You're just not.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
you're
true.
just not gonna because we want to be led.
Once again,
Soft
it's
as
the
cotton
situ-
and hard as nails,
Once
baby.
again, it's the
There
situation.
you go. Oh, I love
too.
that.
The situation and the circumstance too, depending on what he crying for. But if he crying over something small, and she looking at him, this guy's a poo poo. Come on.
Like if a guy has
Come
a
on,
bad day at
poo-poo.
work, right? If a guy has a bad day at work, he has a right to come home and know that his woman is gonna support him
Right.
when he talks about it,
Right.
right? And that she will be empathetic to it. However, if that was at 5 o'clock and we still talking about it at 10, and then tomorrow it's 5 o'clock at 10, and then Wednesday we still talking about it. Now, come on, dude.
Yeah, poo poo.
Come on, you have to get it together because
Yeah.
guess what? We all have bad days.
Well, I have a question with this.
Yes,
Back to your point, as an alpha female,
yes.
can an alpha male and an alpha female coexist in the same house?
Absolutely.
Because
The question
but the
was,
thing
can an
is,
alpha
they're
female and an
beefing.
alpha male coexist in the same house? Absolutely, yes. The 9 times
That's a
out of
winning
10,
team.
an alpha female will choose an alpha male.
Absolutely.
Because again, an alpha female does not mean she's not a woman, a lady. She still wants to be led.
Okay.
But it depends on the type of alpha female, because some alpha females ain't intelligent enough to know that.
Well, see, especially
those
the one
are
that
some
knows
think
not
they-
to be the man and the woman in a relationship, you know,
Yeah.
it's a difference. You know, a true alpha female and a true alpha male can coexist.
They know their
right.
roles.
We gonna win. We gonna
That's
win
right.
the world.
That's
you know what I
right.
mean?
Yes.
We know
We
our
win.
roles. We know our positions. We know what lanes to stay on. Again, I'm huge at what's the word that we used when women what's the word we use? You could still be strong, but you still could be
Submissive?
submissive.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm
yeah,
huge on
that's
that.
right. That's right. You know, you got to be independently dependent.
That's
You know what I mean?
that's it. I love it.
Independently dependent.
Exactly. Now,
Boom.
the answer is yes, they can exist.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. An alpha female most likely will not fall in love with somebody who doesn't have a sense of strength. It's just not going to work. She might feel sorry for him and stay with somebody who is on I don't want to say, but I'm going to say it, a weaker level.
Mhm.
But it'll be very temporary because it will annoy her long term.
A weaker level and bring them up, or what you saying?
Most women want to fix a man.
That's funny. That's funny.
Right? They want to fix a man because that's what we were raised to do.
Nurturers.
Biblically, that's what we were supposed to do.
Right.
However, and there's a huge however, there's only so much you are supposed to raise your children. You're not supposed to raise your man. You're supposed to support your man. You
Right.
can't have a grown-ass man in your house with
Be a
diapers
backbone.
on.
Yeah.
That's unacceptable.
Yeah.
It's unacceptable. Supporting your man is different than raising him. You raise your children. You support your man. There's a difference. And a
I
lot
like
of
that.
women
I
are getting
like
it
that.
twisted out here. There's a huge difference. So yeah, you could be with somebody less aggressive and less, I don't want to say strong, but yeah, you could be with somebody like that and it could thrive and be successful.
Mm-hmm. Well, last time he was on the radio, you talked about, you mentioned, what do you call these dudes? Clowns? What's a clown? Break down the clown. Break down them clowns.
I didn't even have my coffee yet. He's like, get me all messed up over here. The comments are coming in. Okay, so a clown, what's a clown?
Yeah, what's a clown?
A clown is a man to me and women, but we're talking about me. A clown is somebody who comes across and tries to buy me, tries to use things in order to get my attention, as opposed to tapping into what will be longevity conversation.
About acting like somebody that he's not.
Oh my
Trying to
goodness.
play Big Willie and he's not.
I've had somebody,
And
and yeah, I had
Trying
that
to play Mr.
situation.
Muscle Man, he's not.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Trying to be, you got we call them bozos.
Bozos,
Same
clowns,
sandwich.
same
Yeah,
thing,
bozo
same
sandwich.
sandwich.
I call them bozos.
Anybody who's trying to front and act like they're not who they are, or somebody who's borrowing their
That's
cousin's
not real.
car
Yeah.
for the afternoon
Yeah.
to come pick you up, and then they gotta drop the car back off and explain
That's
why the
not
car's in
real.
the shop for a month.
we know about that, right, Dollar?
I'm just saying, like that's something, that to me is a clown, somebody who's not real and
And
authentic.
fake it and fake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody said to me today, I had a somebody who I think likes me, I'm not sure, but he said that when he goes into a place that women look at him like a come up. And I said, well, why do you say that? He said, because they see my ring, they see my necklace, they see I'm driving. There are women beautiful women, or women of intelligence, wind up with the guys that society doesn't expect them to be with because of the intelligence of a man. Because the energy a man gives off,
But
the
that's some
swag.
sexy. That's some sexy shit. Right
That's sexy
Yeah,
you know what
to
I mean?
women.
Mhm.
But be authentic.
there. Absolutely.
That's the name of the game.
True story.
I mean, as long as you don't got your front teeth missing,
You gotta have your furniture.
you gotta have your furniture in place. You
No
know,
busted furniture.
exactly. And being authentic is what's going to get a woman's attention all the time. All the time. We need to bring that back. Remember back in the days when you had to actually go up to somebody and
stay
have a
at person's
conversation?
house all day to talk to them. all
Yes,
day.
or on the porch.
Yeah, you meet the family. You
Yes,
got,
remember
2
that?
months. The day to be the movies or dinner, a day to a movie or dinner, but it's back to the house until it's like 2 or 3 months before anything break off. All you getting is the kids. Good night. But you sit.
I miss those
It's
days.
like you politicking all day,
All day.
talking, and you getting to know
Didn't
each
even
other.
know the person.
That's
It's
right.
different. It's totally different.
Walking down the
now.
boardwalk, holding hands in the rain, right?
Oh.
It's totally different.
When,
now.
Yeah, I mean-
we got to bring that back. Like,
No.
Yeah, no
I
doubt.
won't go to the movies on the first date, though.
No.
I won't do it because
No.
I want to talk.
Yeah, you know, majority of the time when you first meet a person, you could tell from their second sentence when you talking to them. You evaluating off their second sentence how that person is.
Absolutely.
What they saying.
It's
like
true.
if they could come out
Absolutely.
and be rowdy, say some, and you're like, hold up.
Well, you know,
Yeah,
for
where-
me,
where that come from,
For
you
me,
know?
back in the days, my thing was, if she gave me 2 minutes, 3 minutes of conversation, I need to shut up. We're gonna exchange information. I'm gonna catch her tomorrow night when she's ready.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Because
Yeah.
guess what? I'm in. I'm not even gonna talk myself out of it
Might
because I'm
not
already
be-
in it.
might
You
not
know what
be-
I mean?
Yeah.
So, because the reality is, if I got to talk to you for more than 5 minutes, we got to spend some time together.
Yeah.
That's it. You know what I mean? I
Well,
might as well pick you up. We go out and have a little ice cream and cake.
sentence, you could tell what level you're on with.
Oh, absolutely.
So let me ask you a question.
I
Now
have
it's
to
time for
turn
me to
it
ask
up.
a question.
Sure.
So at what point do you realize when you first meet someone that this is just not going to work? Because for women, I can tell you from experience, we know after 7 minutes,
Yeah, I concur.
Well, I could.
7 to 10 minutes,
5 minutes.
not even. It's a
5
wrap.
minutes.
I said the second
So-
sentence.
Yeah,
The third-
basically.
if I say the second question, it could be
He said the second
question,
sentence.
the
Yeah.
second sentence or the second question, or I can be able to tell like if she's smart from her words, her vocabulary, and if she's talking slanging, she's talking project talk. To me,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like the project talk.
That's a new
But
word,
yeah,
project talk.
project talk.
77F,
Yeah,
right?
but nobody.
I'm
rock
from
with
the
that.
project, so
Yeah, you know,
Nah, but
so you
no.
know about 77F.
you know. Listen, I wasn't raised, but I lived in a
But
project,
you
so
can
you
be able to
can't.
tell a person from the like if I'm talking.
It's a mindset.
And I,
It
you
is
know,
a mindset.
How,
It's
how
a
you
growth
doing?
set.
I'm fine. Okay, now I know how to approach that. Jimmy, how I'm doing? It's from that how you doing. That reaction from the how you doing. Whatever I get, I can be able to retaliate off that. The reaction from the how you doing. So I'm like, oh, okay. I know I got to turn it up because she said, I said, how you doing? She said, I'm fine, and I'm in yourself. Also,
I love the fact that he said, "I have to figure out."
Absolutely.
That to me is a lost art. I admire you because of that. Because quite honestly, we spoke about this before. There are so many options because of social media that people will give up so quickly instead of really trying to get to know that person
yeah.
and trying to understand, well, maybe this could work. Maybe this is something
Right.
that, but people will just be like,
communication,
done.
right.
And it's so funny how many, I was at the gym when was it? What's today? Saturday? I was at the gym on Friday and I started laughing because I said to myself, all these single people in here, right? And I was like, to me, I was like, this is a phenomenon. Being single is not a bad thing, and you know how I feel about that. I think it's a great thing
Yeah.
because marriage is not all cut out to be. I love marriage,
Hello.
but marriage is not all cut out to be. So it's something that you need to prepare for, and you have to be a whole single person in order to become married.
Being single is the best thing right now.
I
because
agree.
You can say what you want, say how you feel. I don't care how you take this, but this is the truth. And it's like I'm telling you the realness, and this is how I feel.
But I think you should still be like that even when you're
I-
married, even more so.
when you marry, it's us. You can't think single. You gotta think us.
I
Which
agree.
Us too.
I agree.
Like that, but when you
Yeah,
single,
we. You got to be a we.
It's true.
Yeah.
And you have to be a little
what
more.
do you want to eat?
Right.
What are we eating?
Yes.
What are we eating tonight? What you got to taste for, honey? Stuff like
Yes.
that. When you're married, when you single, and you just say you got a friend over, and you getting ready to cook. I'm about to make this. You want something? This is what I'm cooking. This is what I'm making. Do you want something?
And look. Now in the requirements when you meet a woman, you gotta know she can cook it all. Cause I want to come over, she get put a bowl of Roman noodles in front of me, man. That's gonna be a deal breaker,
Man.
If she think that's
Well,
fine cooking,
I just feel
She
it's.
pulled the Chinese menu out.
yeah, right.
No, but I feel I get a lot of, and you know how to cook?
Oh, yeah, you
I don't
better- you better know
understand
how to
that.
cook.
Nah,
No, but a lot of.
If you're only coming with your looks, that's a deal breaker.
But I'm surprised that so many men think that women don't cook. I mean, I come from an era where you just know how to cook.
Well, but
I be
you
sharing-
are a woman of a certain age, so you come from that era. But these.
But my
youngins
daughter
today,
is only 12 and she knows how to cook.
because you're giving her that.
That's true.
You're giving her that. A lot of times, these young girls ain't getting that. You're gonna get some ramen noodles. You know what I mean? And she want to go out to eat. You know?
That's unacceptable.
I
You know?
taught my son.
Not all the time.
I taught my son how to cook. I have him watching Chop with me. We watching Chop, the cooking program, and he watching Chop with me, I'm telling you, you gonna have to learn to cook.
Yeah,
just
because
in
men
case.
need to know how to cook too.
So
I
you
mean,
can
look,
take care of
I'm
yourself.
saying a lot of
already know I
times
cook.
I'm a chef. I've been in the kitchen.
he walked in the room and said, "I cook." That's right,
Yeah,
and
going down.
I asked the same questions. Oh, you know how to cook?
I get down to
Because
it.
that's wonderful. If a man knows how to cook at least a meal, one
Yes.
good meal,
Yes.
I'm excited about it.
I'd rather sit in the house and cook before I go to a restaurant. Because the restaurant, I don't really trust it. I don't know if it's dirty, grade A, whatever. They can have nasty people in the kitchen. I'm in my kitchen cooking, and I know what I want. I know how I want it. Oh, you don't like this? Okay, so I don't put this in that for her. So this.
So
is
you mean
what-
to tell me if a woman has everything in order, everything you could ever dream of, but the only thing she can't do is cook, is that a deal breaker?
I'm a
No,
teacher.
somebody gonna teach you how to
But
cook.
see, she
You
can
got some
learn.
classes she can go to. We're gonna do
There you
something.
go.
You can
If she's
teach
willing
her.
to try.
But see-
And look, just like she can't paint,
She
I'm gonna
gotta
take
watch
it. I'm gonna
Chop.
take her to the paint and sip.
Look, she can watch Chop. She can watch Chop.
That's right.
You
Okay,
see
so
and learn.
so another question is, let's say she knows how to cook. Let's say she knows how to take care of home, take care of the kids, take care of you, has a wonderful job, but she's not sensual. Is that a deal breaker?
If it's something that can be,
Nah,
be worked on, yeah.
That's where you have to,
you can work through it. I guess we can. I guess
What
we
you
can work
say, you
that.
got to learn. You got to teach her.
Yeah, a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff is learned behavior. You know,
Yeah,
because
she-
she might have been through something traumatic in her life that she don't know how.
Maybe
to
that's what if that's just not her? What if she's just not a sensual person?
Alright, well, then I shake a stick at it every now and then. I guess. If she got all the other things,
She got to
Yeah.
learn. She got to be taught. Because it's something like, if I feel you're doing something, I got to show you or teach you. If I got to show you how to cook, how I want if my eggs, I like my eggs over medium. I'm going to show you. You flip it 2 times. See?
Right.
You
I
see
agree.
that? You see
Somebody
that?
just wrote she needs to be beautiful.
I'm going to show you.
she needs to
See
be
that?
beautiful, huh? Dude, if she comes to the door with only her looks, you've already lost. You know what I mean? Because
Me
guess
too.
what? Somebody got to have your back. She got to have more than that because you got to be able to bounce your ideas off her.
What
You know
we
what I
say-
mean?
what we
And
say
guess
on
what?
the way here?
She got to know how to manage that checkbook. And hold down the
What
fort
we say on the way
individual
here
can.
is more than the booty.
That's right.
You got to have a job of duty. It's
real
more than the
talk,
booty.
real talk. If you all can't make each other better, y'all don't
There's
need
no
to be
need
in
Ain't
that
no need to be together.
situation.
If
No.
we can't win together at this point in my life,
No reason to be
look,
together.
Ain't no need of you.
So-
You're wasting my time.
So, but you're okay with her not having.
Right? I squeeze the toothpaste from the bottom.
So do I.
I don't squeeze from the top.
And you curl
yeah,
it?
yeah.
Yeah, I do that
And,
too.
when I see somebody squishing in the middle, that just hurts me. I got to fix
Well,
it now.
I mean, well, we don't like it when men leave the toilet bowl up.
Oh, well, listen.
I think it's
Check it out.
disgusting.
Check this out.
To be
I don't
honest
like
with you,
You know what I say? If I leave the toilet bowl up, you put it down, and
we a team.
you put it down, absolutely. And I put it up, I put it down, vice versa.
Work together.
When you get finished, you put it up, because I'm going to be next. You know what I'm saying? When I get finished, I'm going to put it down, because I know you next. So we're going to work in tandem.
You know what? I actually do like that. I like
You know what I
that.
mean?
I
When
do.
you get finished, you put it up. When I get
both
finished, we put it
washing
down.
the dishes. I'm gonna take the pressure off you. I'm gonna wash the dishes too. But if I cook, you washing the
That's
dishes.
my- that's
if
my
you
rule.
cook,
That is
I'll
my
wash
rule.
Mine too.
If
I
I'm
cook,
cooking, you're washing the
I'm
dishes.
not touching the dish. I just cook. I'm gonna sit back. If you cook, I'm like, I'm thinking about the dish. Don't use that cup because I know it's my turn to wash the dishes because
Yeah.
you just cooked.
Right. I agree. Listen, totally. That's
Yeah,
why
yeah.
it's always
Yo,
good to stock up on some
Here's
plastic.
Here's one. Maybe this was just my experience, but with an ex situation, this thing made my balls itch. The women who used to wash their underwear and leave them hanging in the bathroom.
Wow.
He said what bothers him the most is when women wash their underwear and leave it in the bathroom.
Wow.
Why would that bother you?
I don't wash my drawers and leave them on the sink.
Because they're big and ugly.
Because it's sitting on the shower. It's sitting on the shower. You like,
Yeah.
you gotta look at it.
Look, y'all, check this out. We got to get out of here. We got about 3 minutes before we wrap this up. So, you know.
This was fun.
All right,
This was
put
really
the drawers
fun.
away, people.
That's right, you know.
That's a shame.
Yo,
No
go-
women.
go
At
ahead.
least they're washing them.
Go ahead, Diana.
Yo, Pook, I gotta come back, man.
Yeah,
gotta
you
come snatch me
no
up,
doubt.
man.
You gonna
know?
come back, no
Definitely,
doubt,
you
know what
gotta,
I mean?
yes.
Definitely, you know
But
what I mean?
go ahead, have your final thoughts and close out the show for us with your friends.
He's
over here
always
that's
put me
listening.
on the spot.
That's right.
T-Square's always put me on
That's
the spot.
right. You know, you got it.
Anyway, thank you so much, everybody, for logging in. I know I started a little late, and I apologize for that. It'll be better next week. And we have a huge announcement. Diana Bellamy, Diana's Real Talk, and the Genesis family coming up. Stay tuned. Thank you for all your support. I love you guys, honestly. And if you want to come face-to-face with me and you have something to talk about, you want to share something, come. You know, call me, email me at dianasrealtalk@gmail.com. Come on the show. It's not always about relationships. It doesn't always have to be about relationships or about anything too juicy. As long as you're giving back to the community, as long as you're teaching and inspiring and motivating people, you're more than welcome to come be in my world. And I'm looking forward to working with all of you. Again, it's dianasrealtalk@gmail.com. Talk to you, Lou.
There you go. So, y'all, we going to wrap this thing up. Beats, Bars, and Culture coming on next. DJ K.